brought up in Ahmedabad. Did my graduation from HL College. Did my MBA from Bombay. For 2 decades, I am into real estate and healthcare business and startup I have run. And thank you, Vishal and Narayana Business School for inviting me here to give this opportunity to interact with all of you. So before I start my presentation, how many of you know about fixed deposit? What is fixed deposit? FD. क्या होता क्या है FD?
Take the stick. बैंक में एक अमाउंट एक फिक्स ड्यूरेशन के लिए डिपॉजिट करवाते हैं, उसको फिर वो ब्लॉक हो जाता है और उस पे एक फिक्स अमाउंट का रिटर्न मिलता है ईयरली.
Yes, right. What is stock market equity? Equity investments? Yes.
We invest in a particular company as we buy shares of that particular company. So we invest in their equity, whatever the amount is listed on the stock exchange.
What is primary and secondary market?
There is two options for primary market. One is IPO and the second is EPO, or the second time offering. That is for given by the company, and when it is listed in the stock exchange, then we purchase from another person who are already brought the share and now want to sell it, and we want to purchase it.
Right. There are derivatives, gold exchange, silver, commodity exchange, right? What? So there are physical tradings also happening in gold and what is real estate?
So real estate deals in property and all buildings, lands. You buy lands and you sell them.
Right. So what is alternate? What is alternate? Alternatives, alternate.
Other than traditional investment things, that is alternate.
Absolute. What's your good name? Get this. Come. Hey, आपसे छोटा हूँ मैं. So alternate समझ में आया, right? That's what is the power of alternates. Basically, all the traditional investments which you do, okay, whether it's gold, fixed income, equity, unlisted, listed, उस सारी चीजों को एक structured way में SEBI has defined. That's called alternate investments offerings. AIF, alternate investment finance. Now, in this, SEBI had. Sorry. So, relevance for future finance professionals for AIF, investment. AIF, how many have heard of AIF? Very few people, right? When did AIF came in existence? Anybody know?
Sorry, 2015.
Way before. AIF came in existence in India. Anybody want to try? Yes. No. Okay, I'll give 3 guesses. KBC खेलते हैं.
Okay, sir.
2010, 2013, 2016. एक 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 हैंड रेज करके आंसर देना.
Take it. Say. 2010.
रॉन्ग. अभी दो ही ऑप्शन बचे.
Say it.
2013. 2013. So basically how the AIF industry has evolved, before that there was a private equity investment venture capital fund, right? In 1998 these VCs were there, and then all this are an extension of Western way of doing the business, right? So then hedge fund came in, private equity investments are there, but SEBI wanted to get everything under one ambit, okay? Because today SEBI has become a strong, powerful governance which help investors protection. Okay. Mutual fund industry, which is also kind of an alternate, right? Because you don't directly invest in the equity market. You give it to the portfolio manager who is interested or who has an expertise to manage that fund on your behalf. Right? 20 years back, the mutual fund industry was also struggling. People were not understanding what is mutual fund and how it operates. तो एक स्लोगन है सेबी का, म्यूचुअल फंड क्या है?
Mutual funds are subjected to market risk.
वो है, पर म्यूचुअल फंड क्या है? सही है. Right? Why did SEBI did that? To bring the retail participation. Today, 500 rupee SIP also can be done, and you can do 50,000 rupees SIP also. For investors or people who earn, they don't know how to put money in mutual fund or equity market. That is what the mutual fund helps people to invest on their behalf. Similarly, alternate came in. Yes? 1 crore, right. So minimum 1 crore investment is required if you want to invest under AIF category. Now, earlier, 2013 when it came in, right? So there are more than 1600 funds registered, majorly in category 2, okay, where the chunk of the money has been raised and deployed. Now, 10 years back, okay, 2013, okay, when the city launched this. I was also associated with the fund in Gujarat who did the category 2 AIF. Those time also, only it went HNI investors who had invested, or India's Ahmedabad's who had invested in the portfolio of AIF. Till now, again, 12 years now, the industry has moved from a initial 50 fund to 1600 funds today, from a 10,000 crore AUM to a 13 lakh crore AUM. Okay, but still, Gujarat, 95% investors don't know about AIF. What is the reason? गुजरात में ऐसा क्या होता है जो नहीं, जिसकी वजह से AIF इतना पॉपुलर नहीं हुआ या गेन नहीं किया? यस,
बिकॉज मोस्टली अभी भी लोग ट्रेडिशनल इन्वेस्टमेंट ही कर रहे हैं प्रॉपर्टीज में मोस्टली.
ओके, यस.
Sir, my name is Deepak Thakur, and why people of Gujarat not investing is that one of the need high investment in it, and one of the reason is less liquidity.
Okay. What else? Any guesses? That is there, but गुजरात में आप जाते हो तो लोग पेमेंट कैसे करते हैं? Right? That was the biggest reason where the people aid the traditional investment, they park their money and they don't want to invest in the check amount. Right? Still today, 10 years, 2013 when I entered in Gujarat market, only 3 developers who used to do dealing full check when they were selling properties. Right? Now, this is the full check transaction, full amount, full payment in check. But if you look at it, गुजरात ही ऐसा मार्केट है जो आईपीओ में सबसे ज्यादा इन्वेस्ट करता है. राइट? जब आईपीओ में सब्सक्रिप्शन आता है तो कितना इन्वेस्टमेंट होता है गुजरात का? Any guesses? वन टाइम आईपीओ तो खाली गुजरात से ही भर जाता है. Right? As a Gujaratis or let's say Marwadis, they understand the finance. So पैसा कहाँ डालना है और कैसे बनाना है वो पता है. टैक्स भी कहाँ बचाना है वो भी पता है. Right? But it is not helping Gujarat to grow. As a आप जो कर रहे हो वो ही कर रहे हैं. आप अपना ही पैसा अपना ही इंटरनल घुमा रहे हैं. प्रॉपर्टी भी जो खरीदते हैं वो यहाँ खरीदते हैं, वो अपना ही इन्वेस्टमेंट करते हैं, बाहर से इन्वेस्टमेंट फ्लो नहीं कर रहे हैं. Why I am giving this context to you so that you understand what is the relevance, okay, for an AIF in Gujarat and as a whole the industry where the shift will happen, and as a student when you become a professional or you want to work in those companies, what are the things will help you to understand when you are getting into this kind of a roles. Okay, so that was the context to build this. I also wanted to give you a history of how
opportunities which are there.
कार में भी आपको वो लग जाता है, पैन कार्ड 50,000 पहले नहीं था, तो अभी लगता है. So which are what is the transformation has happened? Okay, where the digital payment started acceptance, and which was the one area जहाँ पे full check होता था, full cash होता था, full check हो गया. कौन सा ऐसा एक बिजनेस था तो 100% कैश था, now 100% चेक हो गया. सॉरी, स्टॉक मार्केट तो है, उससे पहले भी था. सॉरी, ट्रांसपोर्टेशन ऑफ गुड्स, राइट? गाइस नहीं,
रियल एस्टेट
इतना डिजिटलाइजेशन कर रहे हैं मोदी जी. गाड़ी लेके निकलते हो हाईवे पे,
टोल टैक्स
right? Earlier the collection was around 10,000 crore a month. Today that collection has gone to 50,000 to 60,000 crore, and that is full check. Seeing that power, as a Shivalik, we also have a real estate institute, right? And there, from landowners, developers, and come and understand about how the real estate business functions. Now, all this generation has worked or studied outside. When they come back, their perception is completely different. The way the business has been done by their father and forefathers, because they have lived in plastic money, check money. Now they don't want to deal with the cash. So that shift is happening. Where today also, let's say we are a 6 trillion economy.
यस सर
अगर हम कैश को ऐड कर दे तो विल बी इजीली 8-9 ट्रिलियन का इकोनॉमी. द पावर ऑफ चेक और फुल ट्रांजैक्शन ऑफ डूइंग एवरीथिंग चेक. अभी भी लोगों को लगता है टैक्स नहीं भरना चाहिए. हाउ मेनी ऑफ यू थिंक टैक्स नहीं भरना चाहिए?
सर कम भरना चाहिए सर, मतलब बहुत ज़्यादा टैक्स लगता है अभी तो लग रहा है.
सॉरी,
बहुत ज़्यादा टैक्स लग रहा है, कम लगना चाहिए थोड़ा.
टैक्स परसेंटेज
मतलब दुबई भी सर 5% वैट
ठीक
लेता
है.
है.
Check, and anybody has an idea 10 years back, how many people used to file the return income tax? दो 2.5 करोड़ लोग भरते थे इनकम टैक्स, और ये जितने थे ना आपके और मेरे जैसे थे, जिनका पैसा कट के आता है, ऑप्शन ही नहीं है, राइट? एज एन एम्प्लॉई और राइट, आपका पैसा तो कट के आ रहा है.
यस सर.
डू यू हैव एनी चॉइस?
नो सर.
टुडे दैट नंबर इज रीच टू 7.5 करोड़. सो जो 100-125 करोड़ का पॉपुलेशन था, 150 करोड़ क्रॉस कर गए हैं. ओनली दैट 2-3 करोड़ पीपल वर टेकिंग द बर्डन ऑफ एंटायर कंट्री. पहले जो स्टोरीज होती थी कि आप टैक्स बचाओगे तो वेल्थ क्रिएट होगी. टुडे द शिफ्ट इज देयर. अगर आप टैक्स भरोगे तो वेल्थ क्रिएट होगी. राइट? अग्री? Why? Why?
गवर्नमेंट के पास पैसा तभी आएगा जब हम टैक्स भरेंगे.
वो तो है, पर उसमें आपका क्या फायदा हो रहा है?
इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर
इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर
डेवलप
डेवलप हो रहा है, न्यू अपॉर्चुनिटीज. लोन्स मिलती है, और सबसे बड़ा आपकी कंपनी की वैल्यूएशन बनती है. राइट? यू कैन अनलॉक दैट वैल्यूएशन थ्रू एन इक्विटी मार्केट. So this is what is the growth 2012 to 2025. 2012 में acts आए, rules came in 2013 for AIF. That's the alternate power of alternate. So if you are not expert, there are funds which are available to invest in infrastructure projects, right? There are funds which invest in equity market. There are funds who invest in real estate. There are funds who now SEBI has recently launched under mutual fund. So एक small category है mutual fund का, and there is a bigger category which is PMS. PMS में minimum ticket size कितना है? 50 lakhs, right? They have launched a specialized investment fund where the minimum ticket size is 10 lakhs. So what they are doing, they are increasing more and more participation. जब मार्केट क्रैश होता था 10 साल पहले, अगर 500 पॉइंट क्रैश हुआ है तो इंडिया हिल जाता है, राइट? 500 पॉइंट अगर एफआईआई माल बेच के निकल गए हैं तो पैनिक क्रिएट हो जाता था. पहले 6-8 महीनों में एफआईआई had sold more than 3 lakh crore. Right? Why now we are standing on our own? Because our own strength has become that through retail participation. Mutual fund every month invest 10,000 crore. वो खाली SIPs. So these are the things. Now opportunity also has created for professionals. If you look at it, 10 साल में अभी भी there are not much experts under AIF which are available in the market. As a finance professional, you have a great opportunity to participate under or get into a finance field, which is also another stream. It can become a mainstream for any businesses. Why AIFs are gaining momentum? So पहले ऐसा होता था कि जो बड़े लोग हैं जिनके पास ज़्यादा पैसा है वही इन्वेस्ट. अब anybody who wants to buy a property कितने में मिनिमम आएगी अच्छी अगर प्रॉपर्टी खरीदनी है कमर्शियल और रेसिडेंशियल? If let's say your parents investing in real estate, how much they invest?
Sir, almost 1 crore.
1 crore, 2 crore?
Yes, sir.
Right?
Not a good thing.
Now 1 or 2 crore when you invest under one asset, one location, one developer. Under AIF, SEBI has mandated diversification. Your 1 crore investment has to be minimum 4 asset class. So now, any investor who want to invest, whether in real estate, equity market, or startups, where they don't have an expertise but they want to enjoy the return, alternatives are giving them. The family office allocation has increased. Professionals have come. See, today in India, to manage all this 13 lakh crore, there are only 500 wealth managers which are there. But industry needs 5,000 fund managers. Now, this, if you start upscaling or understanding how the AIF function and what are the functions, you can get into one of the rules in the AIF. So industry is now currently is 30 lakh crore is expected to reach 1 trillion by 2030 by investments. So infra boom, gift city. Gift city क्या है? गिफ्ट सिटी इंडिया में है कि इंडिया के बाहर है?
सर इंडिया में है सर, गांधीनगर पर.
फिजिकली इंडिया में है, but it is virtually not in India. Why I am saying this?
पूरी इन्वेस्टमेंट बाहर की है.
Sorry?
फॉरेन डायरेक्ट इन्वेस्टमेंट है.
Because that's if you from a perspective of gift city, it is an island, okay, which is operating completely like Dubai, Singapore, Mauritius. The money which comes in gift city, it comes under dollar and can invest anywhere in it. But the same money coming in gift city, want to come in India, has to take a route of FII or FDI. Because that is a separate jurisdiction. Now Gift City में now the funds have entered. There are around 100 plus funds, equity, mutual fund, insurance, broking, wealth house. Okay. Now SEBI has, GIFT has mandated any fund or a company setting up a IFFC, which is a special economic zone. Their minimum 3 employees is required. And if by that projection, around 22,000 people are immediately needed under Gift City, under finance domain, banking, insurance, equity, alternates. So these are the opportunity for Gujarat. And now last 10 years when I was working in other states, I never wanted to work in Ahmedabad. Though I wanted to stay in Ahmedabad, but I never wanted, because I am dealing in full check. Developers here is cash check. It's very difficult. Even in 2013, just to give you a brief on that, 2013 when I came back to Ahmedabad, I was talking to a few interns, okay, students, okay. They're saying, what is the culture difference between working in Bombay and Ahmedabad? जब मैं पहले अहमदाबाद छोड़ के बॉम्बे पढ़ाई करने गया था, उस टाइम पे भी मेरे को कल्चरल शॉक लगा था. आई एम अ मारवाड़ी, जैन, हमारा फैमिली कभी वेज नॉन वेज के रेस्टोरेंट में एंटर नहीं होता है. और जब मैं कॉलेज में लैंड किया, वेज और नॉन वेज का एक ही प्लेटफॉर्म पे है. 1 महीने तक मैंने खाना नहीं खाया. इट वॉज डिफिकल्ट टू डाइजेस्ट बिकॉज दैट एनवायरमेंट वॉज कम्प्लीटली डिफरेंट फॉर मी. बट 15 डेज बाद फैमिली की ऐसे ही 55 kg का था, 3-4 किलो और कम हो गया उस टाइम पे. पेरेंट्स बोले आजा वापस, नहीं हो रहा है तो नहीं, अभी अगर वापस आ गया तो कभी वापस कुछ कर नहीं पाऊंगा. आई स्टेड देयर, क्रिएटेड माई माइंड सेट सेइंग दैट जो भी फ्रेंड, सारे फ्रेंड्स मेरे नॉन वेज खा रहे और मेरे ही बाजू में बैठ के खा रहे. मैं उनके साथ डील किया, मेरे साथ बैठोगे, मेरी प्लेट में कोई टच नहीं करेगा, जो भी चाहिए मैं दे दूंगा. सो दे अंडरस्टूड कि भैया ये पक्का है और नहीं करेगा. एंड आई वाज टॉकिंग टू एथिक्स, वैल्यूज टू स्टूडेंट्स. दैट इज व्हाट योर वैल्यू सिस्टम, इकोसिस्टम इज इंपॉर्टेंट. व्हाट वैल्यूज यू वांट टू कैरी. कटिंग शॉर्ट दैट वो तो कर लिया. पर जब बॉम्बे में काम करा और वापस अहमदाबाद आया, यहाँ फिर कल्चरल शॉक लगा. यहाँ कोई काम ही नहीं करना चाहता. ऑफिस जाने के हम 9 बजे पहुंच जाते हैं बॉम्बे में, यहाँ 10-10:30 तक तो कोई दिख ही नहीं रहा ऑफिस में. आराम से चले जा रहा है. तो 6 महीने तो मुझे लगा कि मैं आके गलती तो नहीं किया. काम होता है, पर यहाँ आराम से होता है. एक बॉम्बे में आपके 2 घंटे 4 घंटे तो ट्रैवल में चले जाते हैं, वो प्रोडक्टिव टाइम बच जाता है, जो कभी सोचा नहीं था यहाँ पे कि वो 4 घंटे मिलेंगे. सो दैट वाज द शिफ्ट. ऑल द कंपनीज इन अहमदाबाद, few barring few, all are promoter driven companies and ज़्यादा companies. प्रोफेशनलिज्म नहीं है 10 साल पहले. नाउ दे हैव ग्रेजुअली, नाउ मोर प्रोफेशनल्स आर कमिंग. अभी भी सिटी में ज़्यादा टैलेंट नहीं पुल हो पा रहा है बिकॉज ऑफ ऑल दिस रीजंस. सो द पॉइंट इज दैट हर जगह कल्चरल शॉक लगेगा. आप कंपनी में एंटर होगे, उस कंपनी का कल्चर डिपेंड करता है प्रमोटर्स कैसे हैं, हाउ दे ऑपरेट एंड व्हाट इज द वैल्यू सिस्टम दे कैरी. SEBI strong framework. Now SEBI has created a very strong framework for AIF also. 2013 में जब AIF था तो you had a trust structure, you have a trustee and you can open the bank account and you can start working on it. Today you need custodian, you need trustee, you need fund accounting guy, you need a compliance guy. So what I'm trying to say is that there are very, अगर 2 लोग 3 लोग मिलके फंड चला लेते थे, today the requirement is 6 to 8 people to run the fund. So because all that, the in requirement of also increase. जहाँ पे आपको more and more people needed to work on the same system. Strengthening हुआ है. Coming back. So how the AIF structure? So I've just taken a sample of our fund also. So SEBI registered. So that was the first fund of Gujarat Textile Bags Fund in 2013 when I was part of it. Today, Shivalik Group had launched. That's the Gujarat's first developer-backed fund under Category 2 for real estate investments. So as I mentioned, there are three categories: startups, and then equity hedging and all that. It's category 3. Category 2 is the real estate. Now all this is very basic. I have put for your purpose to understand how the market is. So basically what you have to do when your fund is setting it up, with SEBI has to give you an approval. We have to file the PPM, private investment memorandum. So if you are raising any money, if you are raising money from large public, then it's a public IPO, your public offering. अलग का चिट फंड हुआ करता था. Short. More than 200 people, if you are gathering and taking money, that falls under illegal in terms of structure. Fractional ownership, you guys have heard of? Fractional ownership.
सर जैसे यूएसएस के स्टॉक होते हैं वो हमें इंडिया में परचेज करने होते हैं पर उनका प्राइस बहुत हाई होता है तो हम उनके फ्रैक्शन शेयर्स खरीद सकते हैं.
Fraction is that also applies in, so basically what he your fractionals. So let's say 110, 150, 100 of that particular thing also you want to buy, you can buy, but it was illegal in India. There are companies who started raising money, more than 2 lakh investor had 25 lakh to 2-3 crore. They raised 4,000, 5,000 crore, but legally it was not allowed in India. So they banned. SEBI sent notices, and there are large houses, okay, who had done this. So the point I am trying to bring is the regulation. So whatever to finance is a subject or a role where you have to be very careful when you are doing any business under regulation, right? Regulating body अगर है तो उसमें ही काम होना चाहिए, वही framework में. Otherwise, your business can be at huge risk and also huge liability for people who are running it. So 150 crore fund, SEBI का, we have a green shoe. What is green shoe option? Yes.
Sir, if this 150 crore you have raised, then you have the option to raise it more 150 crore.
Yes.
You don't have to take a permission of the SEBI.
Very good.
Sorry, basically your point.
Permission नहीं लेना पड़ता है. Good, come here. Go ahead. So 157. So you have to define. So then category 1 and 2 are close-ended, and category 3 has an option of open-ended and close-ended. What is open-ended and close-ended?
Sir, basically closed-ended are traded in आपका stock market में, but open-ended are like over the OTC counter में मिलता है. And closed-ended you can have like आप उसका valuation कर सकते हैं, but OTC आपका ये open-ended का you have NAV निकालना पड़ता है, ये सब करना पड़ता है. They are both mutual fund but slightly different.
Like I am talking about from a fund perspective. Sorry.
Sir, basically the open-ended fund is you can withdraw the money from particular fund if you invested once, and closed-ended fund is for a particular period of time. If you put the money in that particular fund, you cannot withdraw that money for that much period of time.
Absolutely. So basically, the duration of the fund, okay, or the scheme, what is that thing? Category 1 and compulsory has to be close-ended. So initially somebody answered it's an illiquid, right? The nature is illiquid because you are able to generate more returns. If let's say real estate as an asset class you want to invest, you will get your return between 3 to 5 years if you invest directly in the property also. Because when you are investing in a property, when the property is building it up, it takes 3 to 5 years to get that maturity and then you can exit. Similarly, if you are investing in a company which is under growth stage, okay, unlisted, the company will start to mature between 3 to 5 years. So that's the nature. So nature of alternates is illiquid. It's highly illiquid, right? And that is the reason that SEBI has defined that serious investors who understand the nature can only participate. Category 3 is basically open-ended and close-ended. You can enter or exit anytime under open-ended, and close-ended again you have the same restriction. What is IRR?
Internal rate of return.
Sorry?
Internal rate of return.
Yes, internal rate of return. What is ROI?
Return on investment.
What is the difference between ROI and IRR? Guys, difference between ROI and IRR. ऐसा लग रहा है एग्जाम हो रही है. Yeah?
Sir, maybe the expenses for comparing that.
सर IRR is basically the minimum requirement we need. जैसे अगर मैं मुझे 1 करोड़ बनाना है और मैं हर महीने 10,000 रखता हूँ तो मुझे इतना % रिटर्न चाहिए उसके लिए. बट रिटर्न ऑन इन्वेस्टमेंट लाइक मैंने आज 1 करोड़ इन्वेस्ट किया और मेरे इतना रिटर्न आ रहा है, तो एट द एंड हाउ मच आई अर्न.
Yes, that is one of the. और एक difference है. Anybody? Yes.
सर ROI एक रेशियो होता है दरअसल, और IRR हम पूरे साल का एनुअलाइज समराइज करके जो कैश फ्लो हमारे पास आया होता है उसको कैलकुलेट करते हैं.
Yeah, basically you take into time factor into it. Time is measured when you are calculating IRR, right? How many of you know about Shivalik? क्या करते हैं शिवालिक? Yes, इस साइड से बहुत आए, इस साइड. मुझे लग रहा है सो नहीं गए, उसके लिए इस साइड से पूछते हैं. रियल एस्टेट ग्रुप कितना पुराना है?
26 साल. 26.
क्या क्या बिजनेसेस करते हैं रियल एस्टेट में, और एज ए ग्रुप क्या क्या बिजनेसेस हैं?
हेलो.
हाँ. Many more क्या है? Anybody knows? We are not in healthcare. मैं हेल्थ केयर में था. मेरा स्टार्टअप है हेल्थ केयर में.
सर हेज फंडिंग.
Yes?
सर हेज फंडिंग.
No?
Furniture.
Yes? Third business. Fourth, जो मैं बोल चुका हूँ यहाँ पे.
एजुकेशन.
Yes, education. So basically, the Shivalik Group is started by Mr. Satish Shah, the father of Chitraj Shah and Bharat Shah. It's a family-owned businesses. Okay, they are in last 26 years have delivered more than 10 plus million square feet. Currently, 8 million square feet are ongoing, out of which 4 million alone in the GIFT City. As a group, the business interest is into development, furniture. We have a franchisee for Stanley. Stanley is high-end furniture showrooms. And then we have set up a furniture factory in Sanand. Third is education. So we have more than 900 learners who have passed about real estate. What is the real estate journey about? How to real estate, become a developer, broker, consultant. So that's the course we run. And the fourth business started is a fund. That's what I am heading at. So this comes under me. So 150 years, 7 years. Currently we have already raised 80 crore rupees. We have deployed in a project, committed to project is about 55 crore, and all that projects which we have invested is the IRR is more than 23%, where we have committed the funds. So that's what we do as a fund where we invest in the development. Here we are not investing with our own projects, we are giving money to other third-party developers So it's a solution money where we not only give fund support but independently the group also provide their planning, strategy, sales and marketing support. As a group, the philosophy is to make more and more developer in the city. We support developers who want to become developer, who has a land, we give them money. They want to become a developer partner, we do that. So that's the group philosophy. So we are the enablers. And that's what the Chitar Shah's vision is, that let's make more and more people enable in the industry so that industry can grow. We can change the skyline. Okay. How many of you visited Ahmedabad? यहाँ आने के बाद अहमदाबाद टूर किया है?
सर कल ही हमारा सर 2-4 किलोमीटर के रेडियस में गए।
तो अभी तक गए ही नहीं हो?
नहीं, वैसे तो गिफ्ट सिटी में देखा।
कितने टाइम से हो?
4-5 दिन।
अच्छा 4-5 दिन ही हुए? अरे so this the fresh batch. Oh fine. So अहमदाबाद जब घूमोगे तो देखना हर जंक्शन पे क्या दिखता है। शिवालिक. So they are the pioneer in making the commercial buildings and junctions पे every corner good location Shivalik has created that landmark. We are also changing. So दुबई कितने लोग गए हो? दुबई में जाते हो तो क्या दिखता है? Buildings, Burj Khalifa, architecture, good design building, right? The group also has that vision. ITC Narmada, there is a location and satellite. उसके बाजू में एक project है हमारा High Street करके, शिवालिक High Street. That entire building is shaped like Namaste. So when you stand out and see the entire building, you will get the shape of Namaste. So that's what we are, as a group, we are changing the skyline. There's a project in Vaishno Devi Junction where it's coming as a wave. So the entire building is the shape of wave. There is a drone inspired. So we have a gift city project which 4-way and as a drone, entire building is being built. So that's what we are known in Ahmedabad and Gujarat as a developer. Okay. देख लिया आप लोगों ने क्या था? Sorry? Traditional versus AI. What is the difference between traditional way of investing and AIF investing? 2-4 पॉइंट तो मैंने ही बोले हैं जब मैं अपना प्रेजेंटेशन दे रहा था. क्लास में अटेंड रहना बहुत जरूरी है, फिजिकली नहीं, मेंटली. यस क्लास, हाँ ये फिर इनको भी देना. पर मेरे पास अभी वो स्कॉलर वाला खत्म हो गया.
Sir, borrowing to friends and families without any collaterals.
Sorry?
Borrowing to friends and families without any collaterals.
Sorry, I didn't understand. Can you repeat?
Borrowing the funds to your friends or families without any collateral.
Traditional or modern? What do you try to say?
Traditional.
Traditional. Okay. Okay. What else? Either.
Okay, I'm just trying. My name is Kashish. The traditional investment is investment in banks like FDs, and in AIF like we invest in different companies and different stocks.
Yes.
Like in mutual funds and for short time, long time.
Yes. What else? Strategy wise क्या होता है? If you buy or invest in one stock, your versus or one property versus AIF diversification. Yes.
सर ट्रेडिशनल में रिटर्न रेट्स बहुत कम है और AIF में रिटर्न रेट्स जैसे कि आपने IIR से प्रूव किया है कि बहुत ज़्यादा अपॉर्चुनिटीज़ है रिटर्न रेट्स की, तो वो एक डिफरेंस है.
Yes. ट्रेडिशनल में yes.
Traditional investment can be done by everyone, but AIF, like there are some people only who can do AIF.
Okay. Not okay. Then
In AIF, we gathered the fund from every people, means small amount of money is gathered, then invested by professionals. But in traditional here, by your own money. That's my guess.
Okay.
Sir, in AIF, you give access to the private market, which traditional market not give.
Okay. Yes. सबको मौका मिलेगा.
Sir, in traditional market we invest in a single asset, but in AIF we have to invest in minimum 4 assets.
Yes, that is diversification. Very good. मेरे पास है नहीं तो ये करता है, खत्म हो गया. So the first difference is diversification, right? Second, expert manage. Asset class, and this is the comparison. Okay, asset class, high return, investor profile, customization, liquidity. So basically, AIF, A basically diversification. B, it's an illiquid asset. That's the reason it's giving more return. Okay. Third, the investors who want to invest, but they don't want to take all the hassle by yourself or self, right? Because let's say if you want to buy a stock and you want to put in an unlisted, you have to do research, which is the stock, kya company hai, performance hai. It's good to do that, but having said that, if you don't have a time because of your other work where you are earning, right? But you want to still invest and diversify your investment also portfolio, then this kind of an alternate assets comes in play, where you rely on experts. So there are a lot of equity experts, there are a lot of hedge fund experts, fixed income, real estate, commodities, futures and options. So now you can also become one of that expert. That is what is important. So choose, pick and choose one of the asset class where you have an interest. Learn about that. Create your own research. That is what is important. Right? Trying. I was talking to, again, sorry I forgot your name. Oh man? Rishita. Sorry. I am very bad in remembering names, so sorry, it's me on that. So, Om and Rishita, we were having a conversation saying that finance के जो लोग होते हैं उनको सेल्स नहीं करना होता है और सेल्स के जो लोग हैं उनको फाइनेंस नहीं करना होता है, राइट? मैं भी वही था, वन ऑफ देम व्हेन आई वाज डूइंग माय MBA. मैं सेल्स से भागता था, मतलब मुझे बिल्कुल पसंद फाइनेंस. आप रात को 2 बजे उठा के बोलो अकाउंट्स करना है, ये करना है, वो करना है, सेल्स मार्केटिंग, कॉलिंग, टेलीकॉलिंग. वी वर हैविंग अ टेलीकॉलिंग एज अ जॉब, राइट? नोबडी लाइक्स इट. सेल्स, फाइनेंस वाले को हेट, बट ट्रस्ट एवरीबडी इज अ सेल्स गाय इन देयर और योर प्रोफेशन. वेदर यू आर एन HR गाय, HR क्या करता है आपको लाने के लिए?
कंपनी बेचता है. कंपनी
बेचता है, प्रमोटर को बेचता है, कल्चर को बेचता है, राइट? फाइनेंस गाय क्या करता है?
अपने स्किल्स बेचता है, स्टॉक्स बेचता है.
हाँ, फाइनेंस बेस्ड स्टॉक. अगर फाइनेंस गाय को पैसा रेज करना है तो क्या करेगा? इन्वेस्टर से पैसा लेना है, बैंक से पैसा लेना है,
वैल्यूज बेचेगा सर अपनी.
तो एक और चीज करता है वो कंपनी की, क्या करता है?
क्या कहते हैं?
नहीं, बैलेंस शीट बनाता है. बैलेंस शीट से होगा क्या? कंपनी की वैल्यूएशन, राइट?
वैल्यूज बेचता है.
वैल्यूएशन. तो उसमें क्या करता है वो? पास्ट परफॉर्मेंस को बेचता है, फ्यूचर प्रोजेक्शंस को बेचता है. ओवरऑल अभी मैंने एक I'll just share one small story. Okay. When I was in Bombay, I used to stay in Borivali, and me and my family and my cousin family we decided to go to from one of the native place of our Maharashtra, and we had a train from Mumbai Central link. There is a कुर्ला का एक और सेंटर है, okay, वो बहुत अंदर गली कूचे में जाके ज़्यादा ट्रेन्स वहाँ से चलती नहीं. Now we had a train time of about 10:30, okay. Now we reached there 10:45, and we are running on the platform. When we reached there, we realized the train is already left. Now what is the option I have? Either I cancel my trip and go back. Almost we deliberated, discussed, but अब क्या कर सकते हैं? And the plan was like बहुत टाइम से सोच रहे थे पर जा नहीं पा रहे थे. अब क्या और ट्राई कर सकता हूँ अगर मुझे जाना है?
सर गाड़ी पकड़ के चल जाओ.
गाड़ी पकड़ के जा सकते हैं. So that's what we did. But गाड़ी पकड़ के जाएंगे तो भी it's a 10-hour journey, overnight journey करनी नहीं है हमें. मुझे यही ट्रेन वापस पकड़नी है.
अगले दिन आओ.
अगले स्टेशन
अगले दिन के
अगले दिन की नहीं, मुझे यही ट्रेन वापस पकड़नी.
तो आगे वाले स्टेशन पकड़ो.
So you will do research कि कैसे जा सकते हैं. वहाँ पे एक बंदा है जो ऐसा ही अपॉर्चुनिटी ड्रिवन काम करता था. अब मुझे जाना ही है. That guy has a taxi. इगतपुरी पे 2 घंटा हॉल्ट होता है because इंजन चेंज होता है. So he explained and we didn't believe कि ऐसा थोड़ी होता है. ऐसे थोड़ी कोई कहीं पे भी जाके आप वो ट्रेन वापस पकड़ लेंगे. बोला सर हमारा रोज का धंधा है और ऐसी 1-2 फैमिली तो होती है जो छूट जाती है जिनकी ट्रेन और वो
उन्हीं का वेट होता है.
ठीक है, अब ट्राई करना है. सो दिस द कन्वर्सेशन वाज ट्राइंग दैट यू हैव टू ट्राई. ओके, द मोरल ऑफ द स्टोरी इज दैट until unless you don't try in your profession, your education, anything, okay, you will not understand whether it's right or wrong. हमने डिसाइड किया, हम लोगों ने कैंसिल कर दिया. हमने गाड़ी घुमाया, ड्राइवर था, उसको बोला वापस छोड़. आधे जाके पहुंचे and I took a decision, नहीं यार जाना है, अभी जाना ही है. वापस भी टर्न अराउंड, केम बैक, उसको नेगोशिएट किया, बैठे उसमें, and he exactly before the train, it was 2 hours to reach that location, and he dropped us. हमने उसको ऐसी भी कंडीशन, हमको डर लगता है ना, नहीं भेजा तो फैमिली साथ में है, पैसा ले लिया, लूट लिया, बहुत सारे ifs and buts है. हमने बोला पैसा जब हम ट्रेन पे बैठेंगे तब देंगे. बोला तब देना, बिकॉज ही वॉज कॉन्फिडेंट, उसके लिए तो रोज का काम है. बट देन वी टुक एंड देन दैट. सो अभी तक का ऐसा नहीं हुआ कि मेरी कोई ट्रेन छूटी है और ये एक छूट रही थी वो भी पकड़ ली वापस. सो ट्राइंग इज इम्पॉर्टेंट. जो कन्वर्सेशन विच आई एम ट्राइंग टू गाइस टू टेल यू इज दैट द मोरल ऑफ द स्टोरी इज दैट यू ट्राई. इफ जो चीज जिस चीज से आप भागोगे ना वही चीज सबसे पहले आपके पास आगे खड़ी होगी. I never wanted to work in Bombay. Never. I hated Bombay like anything. So I took my internship in Ahmedabad through reference, influence. But final job तो बॉम्बे में ही लगा. सेल्स से भागता था. सेल्स नहीं करनी है, फाइनेंस में ही जाना है. But over a period of time I realized that स्किल सेट जितना ऐड करोगे आपकी कॉम्पिटिशन्स में और क्या आप ऐड कर सकते हो और क्या लर्न कर सकते हो. Do that. That's what is very important in the early stage. If you learn more, you will have an upper edge among the competition also. काफी लोग 90% आपको ऐसे ही लोग मिलेंगे जितना बोला गया उतना ही करेंगे. Be different. Make yourself different than other crowd. And how? That what you have to learn extra. You have to give more time. My first company job timing was 10 o'clock to 6:30. The first company I used to reach office at 9 o'clock and leave at 7:38. Nobody was paying me extra. The point is that I wanted to learn other than what I know. And until unless you give time to that, you will not be able to learn that. और कुछ भी ऐसा नहीं है जो possible नहीं है लर्न करना. But you have to have a dedication, focus. I am an average student. ठीक है, मेरे अगर आप 12th तक की मार्कशीट नहीं 10th तक की मार्कशीट उठा के देख लोगे प्रीलिम्स में फेल होता था. मुझे सिर्फ अकाउंट्स और स्टैट्स समझ में आता था, इंग्लिश, गुजराती, वो सब हिंदी भी नहीं आता था. दैट वाज द स्टेट, क्योंकि कभी सीरियसली एजुकेशन को लिया ही नहीं. आई स्कोर्ड ओनली 53% इन द 10th स्टैंडर्ड. और इंग्लिश के एग्जाम के एक दिन पहले ऐसा डर लग रहा था कि इंग्लिश में पेपर में लिखूंगा क्या. आई वॉज नॉट एबल टू स्पीक वन सेंटेंस इन इंग्लिश टिल 2005. That was the thing. So, but it was my past. But I can change my future. I decided, no, I want to get into, I want to understand कि कैसे हो सकता है. 12, generally 70-80% people का score जो 10th में होता है उससे कम होता है in the 12th standard. That's the data statistics when I studied. My 53% went to 71% in 12th standard. So it's not that कि कोई चीज चेंज नहीं कर सकते हो, सब कुछ चेंज हो सकता है. What you want, you should have that fire in your belly कि आपको करना क्या है. आपको समझ में आना चाहिए कि भाई what is my goal. वो अगर आप कर लेते हो ना, आप कहीं पे भी पहुंच सकते हो. I am Ahmedabad. Somebody went, so I was joining an company, Navneet publication. वहाँ somebody met me and said that time my salary was, मेरे महीने के पेट्रोल के खर्चे से ज़्यादा मेरा सैलरी कम था, मेरा खर्चा पेट्रोल का ज़्यादा हुआ करता. फादर यूज्ड टू से कर क्या रहा है, मतलब कुछ नहीं सीखने जा रहा हूँ. तो ठीक है. Somebody met me there. He told me कि क्या कर रहा है, तू MBA कर. सर अपनी तो औकात नहीं है, कैट वेट देने की. कैट में अपना कुछ नहीं हो सकता. बोले कहीं से भी कर. इट इज अ पासपोर्ट फॉर योर नेक्स्ट जॉब. सो इफ यू हैव अ, एक साल कोई पूछेगा, उसके बाद कोई नहीं पूछता है कि आपने कहाँ से MBA किया. टुडे आई एम प्राउड टू से दैट वी एंड विशाल वर इन द बैचमेंट इन आई एम अहमदाबाद. हम लोगों ने वही चीज जो मैं उस टाइम में नहीं कर सकता था, मैंने अपने आप को उस तरह से कैलिबर बनाया कि IIM के कोर्स में जहाँ पे प्रोफेशनल्स को एंट्री दी जाती है बेस्ड ऑन देयर वर्क एक्सपीरियंस. We did that course together. So all these things are very, very important in your career stage. You have come to an institute which is very good institute. उस इंस्टीट्यूट को मैं जब कॉलेज ज्वाइन किया था, मेरा कॉलेज 2 साल पुराना था. अगेन द स्ट्रैटेजी, आई एम मारवाड़ी, तो मैं क्लियर हूँ अपने स्ट्रैटेजी में मुझे क्या चाहिए. मैंने ऐसे ऐसे लोगों को चुना जो मेरे पे काम करें, जो मेरे पे एफर्ट्स डालें. क्योंकि अगर मैं कोई अच्छी इंस्टीट्यूट में जाता तो वन ऑफ द स्टूडेंट्स के जैसे मैं होता, मेरा शायद परफॉर्मेंस, उस इंस्टीट्यूट को अपना नाम बनाना था. तो दे वर्कड ऑन मी. Yesterday was a Guru Purnima, so I had messaged to all my professors who were there, and seeing that where I was and where I am now, they also feel proud about me. So कोई भी चीज ऐसा नहीं है. The point again I'm trying to bring in this entire conversation is that work on your strength, but take new initiative, take new learnings. Don't stick to your AI आ रहा है, जो जितनी operational related jobs है सारी replace. Where do you stand? Where do you compete with computer or other people? Okay. This is what another. So one of them example is in AI, which I am expert, so I am talking about that. Choose your industry, your company, your area of expertise. It could be finance, it could be HR, it could be sales and marketing. This think on that where you want to be. यहाँ पे भी वो एक्सरसाइज अभी भी हर MBA स्कूल में होती है. 5 साल का शॉर्ट टर्म गोल और 10 साल का लॉन्ग टर्म गोल क्या है. ठीक है, बट इट हेल्प्स डू दैट. आई हैव कई बार मेरा वो टारगेट थोड़ा मिस हुआ है, बट आई हैव अचीव्ड व्हाट आई हैव थॉट ऑफ, रिटर्न ऑफ. ऑल दैट टेक्निक वर्क्स व्हिच MBA. सो बेसिकली व्हाट इज द फुल फॉर्म ऑफ MBA?
मास्टर्स बिजनेस एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन.
हाँ, क्या है? मैंने बद्दू आवड़े. So basically, when I didn't understand when I went, what is MBA basically? So you are not you master of one, okay, but you have to be jack for all, right? You should know other industries also. other field also. You should be master in what you are doing it, but you should be able to understand other field, businesses, operations, vertical. All that is very, very important. So difference. Gift City Gateway. Again, it's a great opportunity to make career. Okay. Gift City is now booming. It took also time, right, in the Gift City. And they are also changing certain regulations to attract more and more companies, people, all that infrastructure. What was banned in Gujarat? क्या बैन था गुजरात? Alcohol. And seriously, I was not believing. We had a Azim Premji visiting an urban campus during 2013-14, and he mentioned that we want to open up institute, a center, but will not get talent because that was the statement, and Gujarat has missed that ITS growth. Companies have not set up. They went to Bangalore, Pune, Chennai, Hyderabad. So certain policies. So that is the reason in the GIFT City, which is projected as an island, is given a permission to boost. Good. Gujarat has a very good connectivity for all the international destinations, whether it's London, US, UK, wherever you have a direct flight access. So infrastructure wise good. In overall Ahmedabad infrastructure. आज भी मैं किसी से भी बॉम्बे में बात करता हूँ, बोलता है यार अहमदाबाद आना है रहने के लिए, काम बॉम्बे में करना है. उसीलिए मोदी जी कुछ शुरू कर रहे हैं क्या? So growth is there, and more and more professional education, learning is required to expand that overall growth. What are the career opportunity in the AI ecosystem? So, as an analyst, as the beginning career can be started. Okay. Research, which is there. Fund manager, investment, fund operations and compliance. So, let's say somebody has done a CA and then doing an MBA, or CS and then doing an MBA. Also, a compliance role can be taken up in the finance. Product strategy, fintech, which is also there. Wealth advisory, huge potential. So if you are good in analytics, you understand what is data and how that data can give you an output for the future investments. This will be a very good field to enter. Wealth advisory, family office. 15 साल 20 साल पहले कॉन्सेप्ट पता नहीं था कि होता क्या है फैमिली ऑफिस में. Anybody knows what is family office? Right? Yes.
सर जहाँ पर आप लोग रह रहे होते हो और तो वहीं से आप लोग जो बिजनेस स्टार्ट करते हो या वहीं पर सब कुछ होता है.
सर जैसे बहुत रिच फैमिलीज होती है जिनके पास टाइम नहीं होता अपने पैसे को कैसे इन्वेस्ट करना है या अपनी प्रॉपर्टीज़ कैसे इन्वेस्ट करनी है, तो उसके लिए जो बिजनेसेस होते हैं कि वो उनकी प्रॉपर्टीज़ और उनके पैसे को इन्वेस्ट करते हैं, या फिर उनकी जैसे रॉयल फैमिलीज होती है तो वो अपने पैलेसेस को जो होटल्स में कन्वर्ट करवाते हैं, वो होता है.
और बेटर वर्जन, एनीबॉडी वांट टू ट्राई इम्प्रूव्ड वर्जन? Yes.
फैमिली ऑफिस ऐसा होता है कि जो वेल्दी पीपल होते हैं लाइक अंबानी एंड होता है, उन लोगों को उनकी वेल्थ बढ़ानी होती है, लाइक उनको अपनी कंपनी से बढ़ानी होती है, तो वो लोग क्या करते हैं उनके अलग ही सेट ऑफ पीपल चूज करते हैं जो उन्हें बताएंगे उन्हें कहाँ इन्वेस्ट करना है, उनकी वेल्थ कैसे बढ़ानी है. तो उन लोगों का एक अलग ही ऑफिस होता है जिसमें सिर्फ उनको ये बताया एडवाइस करने के लिए लोग होते हैं कि आपको आपकी वेल्थ किधर लगानी है, आपका पैसा किधर लगाना है.
Yes, that's what the concept has been built as a family office. सब कोई अपना बिजनेस करते हैं, but everybody also want to diversify. So let's say if I am running a company in real estate, I will not put everything under real estate business only. Either I will do a related business to expand, or take that money which I am generating as an income and invest in other asset class, other businesses. Now that has taken a huge momentum. Well, family, Abhi, I was talking to Vishal, and I was just sharing that NRI, which are staying outside, 3 lakh NRIs combinedly manages their wealth, their own wealth of $3 trillion. So, and they are now, their NRI as a community has also become a huge. People who have gone abroad, worked there, earned there, their combined wealth has also now reached to a $3 trillion. So, earlier the opportunity was restricted in India, the globalization हुआ, अभी तो बहुत सारे opportunities हैं. Now skill based, work on skill. Skill is also important to get your differentiating what you are doing. So finance में बहुत सारे opportunity है. पहले ऐसा हुआ करता था CA तो ऑडिट और चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट और ऑडिट रिपोर्ट और वही बनाता है, वही सब होता था. But now CAs also has their own wealth advisory firm because they are connected with the companies. उनको पता है बैलेंस शीट में कितना कैश पड़ा है. So they also can now become their wealth advisors. Mostly सारी companies even in गुजरात में तो मेरे को पता है सब अपने CA से पूछे बिना कुछ काम नहीं करते. अब वो प्रॉब्लम वो नहीं है, प्रॉब्लम ये है कि वो CA को भी नहीं पता है, उसका वो एक्सपर्टाइज नहीं. Even in Ahmedabad, there are a lot of opportunities where promoters are restricted to what they are doing and they don't want to scale. But they have an opportunity to scale, they have an opportunity to multiply their wealth. But surrounded people which are there, they don't have that subject knowledge expertise. So if you have a subject matter expertise and people associated with you, can get more and more in terms of learnings, sharing, diversification of your risk. Fund operation and compliance, investment analysis, fund manager, basically who manages the entire fund. Skills that make AIF ready. Valuation, Excel, financial modeling, research, due diligence. How many types of due diligence are there? How many types of due diligence you do? Any idea, any guesses? Yes. कितने टाइप्स की ड्यू डिलिजेंस होते हैं? When you want to invest. No idea?
Sir, 5, 6, 7.
क्या मेन फंक्शंस क्या होते हैं बिजनेस के? वही उसकी ड्यू डिलिजेंस होती है. फाइनेंशियल, लीगल. फाइनेंस, लीगल, ऑपरेशंस,
सेल्स.
So major जो होता है आपका फाइनेंस, लीगल एंड टेक्निकल ड्यू डिलिजेंस. It is a manufacturing unit or futuristic businesses. Technically, that technicality is very important for the sustenance of that business. So anything you want to do, you will look at all that. Legal structure है या नहीं है? For example, real estate में सबसे बड़ा important क्या होता है डॉक्यूमेंट? मतलब रियल एस्टेट का वो एक डॉक्यूमेंट इज वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट.
सर जो अप्रूवल होता है
नहीं,
मेमोरेंडम पट्टा जो होता है वो
नहीं,
क्या बोलते हैं हमारे पट्टा होता है हमारे
डॉक्यूमेंट हो गया. आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट विदाउट दैट यू विल नॉट इन्वेस्ट इन रियल एस्टेट.
अच्छा, हिंदी में बोल.
हाँ
सर हमारे यहाँ पे तो JDA का पट्टा बोलता है उसको.
JDA पट्टा होता है, पर उस पट्टे का जो वैल्यू होता है वो किस पे डिपेंड होता है? नहीं.
अरे भाई तू कहाँ पहुँच गया?
अरे यार
सॉरी, पावती नहीं.
अरे यार
एनी आइडिया? रियल एस्टेट में वो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट डॉक्यूमेंट है।
पत्ते से ज़्यादा क्या इम्पोर्टेंट होता है?
Which decides the investment because risk is on that. अगर वो है risky, nobody would like to invest. Ownership को और refined version, your closure. Document है, बस उसको also ownership शार्प है. Basically, the title clear, the property.
टाइटल क्लियर
Right? आपकी जो ownership है वो clearly होनी चाहिए कि you are the only owner or you are the absolute owner of that particular property.
जिससे आराम से टाइटल जिससे ओनरशिप आराम से
हाँ, I know. So basically, title plays और property की ownership clear है, तभी आप invest करोगे, right? So it's very important. So हर एक इंडस्ट्री का वो ऐसा है, अगर कोई टेक्निकल इंडस्ट्री में या AI में, तो उसका पूरा क्या है, कोडिंग, वही उसका मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट एसेट है. अगर सिमिलरली अदर इंडस्ट्रीज ऑल्सो. सो हर एक इंडस्ट्री का कोर पता होना चाहिए कि इस इंडस्ट्री में ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है एज अ ड्यू डिलिजेंस. Understanding of alternates, BC, RE. What is REIT?
So real estate investment trust.
Yes. और एक और आया उससे छोटा. What is the size of REIT where you want to do an investment?
1 करोड़.
So REIT is there. Only I think 5 REITs are listed. Okay, embassy REIT है. Last one का है. एक और REIT अभी आया है गवर्नमेंट ने बिकॉज ऑफ दिस फ्रैक्शनल ओनरशिप को चेंज करने के लिए और लीगलाइज करने के लिए. इट्स कॉल्ड SM REIT, स्मॉल एंड मीडियम REITs, where the ticket size is 50 crore to 500 crore. That falls under REIT structure, and above 500 crore it falls under REIT structure. First is SM REIT and second is REIT structure. Now that is for the asset where you want to invest, but you don't have that kind of a money to invest. So basically, these assets are giving you rental income, right? So REIT is only possible to list like a stock market equity stock, where your property is completely listed in terms of rental. So your property is completely rent out, and that rental income is being divided with the fractional. So let's say 100 crore का asset है और 100 investor है, उसमें 10 crore का rental आ रहा है साल का, तो that 10 crore will be distributed among that 100 investors, right? So AIF basically help to build the asset, and SM REIT where you can monetize that asset. Both has a different set of investor base. सबका risk appetite अलग होता है. So also you have to understand when you are advising, everybody has a different risk of appetite. जो बंदा FD में invest करता है उसके लिए capital protection is the most important thing. He never want to lose his capital. He may make a smaller return, 6-7%. He is happy with that. So in finance, the risk ascertain is also very important. Who has what kind of a risk appetite? So these are the options available. Any of you want to have more understanding, you can also get in touch with me to understand how that career can be shaped up, and which field can be taken it up, and what are the skill set is required for that, or courses required to undergo to understand how that functions in the industry. Now alternates is now becoming, जो पहले लोगों को पता नहीं था. मैं भी 10 महीने 12 महीने से गुजरात में इतने रोड शोज कर रहा हूँ. At least now people understand what is alternates as an investors, and now that industry is coming into a mainstream. Mutual fund हर कोई को पता है, but that is because the government intervention. And similarly now SEBI is also emphasizing on alternates, where you can have an alternatives of an asset class, so traditional versus an alternate. So that is also going it is in the traditional, but the professionally managed people will be there behind that asset management. So that's the advantage. It's an upcoming industry, upcoming area. Okay, though it is there in 10 years, 12 years somewhere, but in tier 2, tier 3 cities, the professionals are not there. Okay, there also they need an alternates or the family's office to manage their own fund or a different fund. So AIF is basically a third party pooled money. Okay, family office is your own money, the promoter's own money, which invested in different asset class. Both has a huge potential in days to come. At least a decade I can see there are a lot of job opportunities will be there. If you have a skill set to match that requirement, huge potential. Thank you. Yeah, any questions? Happy to answer. Huh? Book material, right?
Questions, guys? Anything?
Good. दो ही चीजें हो सकती हैं, या तो नहीं समझे या तो सब समझ गए.
सब समझ.
Yeah, good. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for conducting such an insightful and relevant information session for our students, and we look forward for such more sessions.
Sure.
And to show our interest, please, I invite Professor Mansi ma'am to present you a token of appreciation. Again, please give us
Thank you.
ग्रीन शो में आज तो इसने भी सही जवाब दिया ग्रीन शो इन्वेस्टमेंट करना मुझे भी नहीं पता और आज तो इसने वैसे सही जवाब दिया है जब पता मैंने जब देखा नहीं ग्रीन शो इन्वेस्टमेंट उसके पूरी का ऊपर लिखा हुआ उसको रिलेट करता तब के अंदर देखता हूँ उसको वैसे जाता है उसका कोर्ट पे यही गया यार 3-4 साल से यही कर रहा है अरे हो जाएगा बैंक के बैठने
कुछ ज़्यादा आगे नहीं
सर गुस्सा है.
तू आएगी
इनका ड्रेस